The Legend of Korra sequel comics has 2 arcs, and I will be reviewing both. The first is Turf Wars, which is a 3-part series, of course, like they usually do. Turf Wars tells the story of exactly the continuation of the series finale. Korra and Asami are going on vacation in the spirit world. When they come out, there's already trouble. There's a rich businessman who owns the land where the new spirit portal has been created. He wants to make it into an amusement park. So when he gets shut down by the Avatar, he decides to hire this new gangster who's trying to, make a name for himself. And this Tokuga is trying to, attack the spirit world, and he gets attacked by a spirit and basically gets transformed into a new supervillain for them to stop. And he does something and gets leverage, and he wants to raise Republic City to the ground. And this is a very generic story. It's like a villain of the week kind of thing. They don't really explore anything else, really. Bolin has some great jokes. He's got a new attack move that's pretty cool. His dialogue's very in tune with the show. Everything else is kind of standard. They're playing up the Korra-Asami relationship by exploring what would have happened, if the show were allowed to do that. And it's not that interesting, to be honest. Like Korra, talking with her dad, and they find out the Water Tribe people are not very into, talking about their personal relationships. So she gets in a fight with her dad over her new girlfriend. And I'm just going to check to see who wrote this one. This was written by... it is written by Michael Dante DiMartino. So one of the creators did write this one. I just felt this story, it's hard to do a lot of story with such a short, amount of time. This was a quick read. You could read all 3 of these literally within like half an hour, not even. So this one felt really quick and rushed. The next one is Ruins of the Empire. There's these 3. Return of Kuvira, a favorite of everyone's, because Kuvira, she was one of the more charismatic and enjoyable villains of the show. So Ruins of the Empire is basically a continuation of the story that would have happened from then on. Kuvira is in prison. However, one of her subordinates, General Guan, has the rest of her army, like a chunk of it, still active and wanting to, rise up. However, they heard that Kuvira has surrendered, so they're biding their time. Meanwhile, Prince Wu is trying to usher in a new age of democracy for the Earth Kingdom, turning it back into a kingdom from an empire. However, this Guan guy shows up, and the story is pretty interesting. There's a mind control element that's kind of quick and meh. Overall, this is a Kuvira redemption arc, and it feels a little too clean, cut, and dry. There's no nuance. It's basically Kuvira's back, and she, they don't really try to play up the can she be trusted, is she dangerous kind of thing. She's just kind of there, and it's really, pedestrian, and I do enjoy seeing her return. But it feels like fan service. Same goes for bringing back some other characters, Like if they tried to do a Zahir redemption arc, it would feel kind of like unearned, right? That's what it kind of feels like. It's a very clean, cut and dry story. I do like, this one's better than the Turf Wars, I feel, but this one isn't much better. It's, it's got your basic plot elements. It's very rushed. And the whole Kuvira coming back thing isn't very interesting. So, the Legend of Korra sequel comics are there. They are written by series co-creator, but with some good art by Irene Ko and the other one, Michelle Wong. Artwork's fine. Just the stories aren't, I'm not saying run out and buy them right now, but if you, if you're bored and you want to, a little bit more, I would consider these technically canon, I guess, because they are written by one of the co-creators. So, if you're a big enough fan of The Legend of Korra and you want to read some meh stories, then go for it. Those are my thoughts on the Legend of Korra sequel comics.